Rise and shine royalty. Listen, guys, I just wanted to say that I am so happy with the impact that has been made so far. So many men are reaching out to me saying that they're ready to claim their crown. I just recently made a video challenging all men to claim their crown and step up to their rightful place and wake up from this matrix and be fathers and kings and men and husbands, okay? And so many men have said, I'm going to rise to the occasion. I'm going to claim my crown. Many of us didn't have fathers growing up, but we are now taking the challenge to be better fathers than we ever had. Okay, many of us who had fathers are still saying, I'm going to claim my crown and be an even greater father than what I had, because I now know how important I am to my family, to restoring us back to our rightful place. So many men are saying, Kevin, it's like I could feel you speaking to something on the inside of me, to the voice on the inside of me. And I want to tell you why, family. It's because I'm speaking to you from the past and the present and the future. I'm speaking to you on behalf of all of our ancestors who have passed away. I'm speaking to you on behalf of you, and I'm speaking to you for all the generations that's going to come through you. That's why you hear my voice inside of you. All of your generations that's to come is saying, please step up and claim your crown, because I want to be born to a good father, a good king, a righteous queen, someone who can cultivate me and forge me into a powerful being. And they can't wait. Your DNA is just waiting on you to start praying to it by challenging your body in every way possible, by challenging your mind, challenging your spirituality, your way of thinking in every way possible. We are now saying we're going to break these generational curses. I understand the way I've been carrying myself is due to my environment, how I was raised, but I'm willing to change that because I understand that has changed my DNA. That is why I repeat these cycles. That is why we recreate the chaos. But these men have said, you know what? If it starts with me, it got to start with me. And I'm going to make sure that I take that first step forward to start changing my life, changing my family's life by changing my very DNA, by challenging myself, by challenging how I think, by challenging how I do, by how I be, and start leading with action. Okay, so claim your crown. We understand it's not going to be easy, and that's why we say heavy is the head that wears this crown. But you got to be accountable to it. And being accountable to it means you're going to have responsibility. It means you're going to have character. It means you're going to have standards. It means you're going to have a purpose. It means you're going to have a mission, family. And it means you're going to have to be consistent to sticking to it and stacking good days on top of good days until you see it fulfilled. Because now you got your ancestors in mind. Now we understand that we represent our generations who have came before us. We are the chosen ones, family. Your whole lineage, everybody who ever came before you is cheering you on right now, saying, it's on you. We're waiting on you. All those cells in your body, family, are connected to your divine ancestors. This is where your beautiful ideas come from. Now you got to start acting on them and believing in yourself, because now you know who you truly are. You are a lineage. You are a heritage. You are a walking dynasty. It is not in materials. It is in your flesh and blood. It's in your very DNA. Please understand that. Every single being, family, who lived before you passed on their skill sets, their memories, their abilities to you. What are you going to do with them? They're laying dormant inside of you, waiting for you to speak to them and say, rise up, rise up. It's time to get in line. It's time to represent the divine. You are the manifestation of your ancestors' dreams. You are the manifestation of their hopes, everything they ever wanted, the things they died believing in, the change they wanted to see, and they didn't get to see it before they passed on. You represent that, family. Please understand that you are the biological manifestation of your ancestors' dreams. Do you understand that? Do you understand what type of mantle that is to carry? So pick up your crown, not your cross. This is not something you die on. This is something that you rise on. This is something that you raise your whole lineage up sky high. Your character's raised up. This is your kingdom. And as far as the eye can see, you'll see people give you the respect that you truly deserve. People will no longer look at you like thugs, losers, scum, bums. They'll see kings and they'll see queens. But you got to challenge that DNA. So to all of you kings who have said, I'm claiming my crown, I'm saluting you. I'm so happy that you have done that. To all of you who have not done so, I challenge you, family. Please consider taking your crown and taking your rightful place as king. You have no idea who you are. You have no idea who's depending on you. If you guys ever saw the Avatar, you know how he looks at his ancient ones all the way back in time. That's what your ancestors are doing. They're standing there right all the way back in time, cheering you on, saying we're dependent on you. But then get this, here you are representing the present, okay? This right here is the way for you to be able to create the change. You can't go back in time, but you can make changes today for what's coming forward. And what's coming forward is all those generations that are yet in you, cheering you on the same way as all those ancestors that passed on. We believe in reincarnation, right? You do realize that as you become greater, you are literally reincarnating your ancestors into this lifetime right now. Whenever you challenge yourself and come out of your being with new skills and new abilities because you challenged your body, this is your ancestors being able to live again through you because their DNA is literally in you, family. Look around you, family. The proof is in the pudding. You see athletes right now still getting faster, jumping higher. We're doing things we never did before, breaking records, family, and we're still doing it because we're training our bodies, proving that it ain't really no cap. There's no cap. There's no limit to our abilities, family. We haven't saw one. So we must keep challenging them to see how far we might go. We haven't seen the greatest version of us yet. Please understand that. Biologically, spiritually, or mentally, we haven't seen the greatest of us yet. So we got to continue to keep manifesting the greatest of us through all of the work that we put in our daily lives, family. You understand? If athletes can keep getting faster, that means that we can still get stronger mentally. If we put ourselves into our mental, if we pour ourselves into our research, our studies, sharpen our minds, right? This means that we can become more spiritual if we meditate more, if we challenge ourselves more, go back in time in our minds and challenge old things that happened to us and forgive those who's hurt us so we can break the cycles. We can become beings that you've never saw before, but it's all up to you, family. So as leaders, take your rightful place, King. I ask you to claim your crown. You will be surprised who's on the other side. Imagine your future self. Imagine you in all of your greatness. That's you, and that's who you can be. But you got to prove it to yourself and be accountable to that. It's easier said than done. But if you do it, you will be a whole new being because it's in the doing, it's in the journey that you will be refined. So as you take these steps to reach your manhood, to reach your fatherhood, to reach your kingmanship, okay? To reach your manhood. I don't know where you are right now in your life, okay? But as you take your steps to get there, you're going to learn that the lessons are in the doing. The lessons are in the steps. It's in the journey, okay? It's what refines you, King. So never throw away your responsibilities. Never cast them away. Never forsake them. Man up, as we always say, right? King up. Claim your crown. Take your responsibilities with class. Be an honorable king. Show the world something they ain't never saw before. Let's do it, kings. We keep looking back in the day and seeing all these great men and saying, hey, they were great men. Family, that same blood is in us today, family. We carry that DNA. All those pharaohs, those kings, Mansa Musa, all these great civilizations, from Mali to Egypt and so forth and so on, Ethiopia, so forth and so on, Timbuktu. All of these civilizations, family, these things are still inside of us in our DNA. Please do not forget that. Another reason why I'm speaking out to kings so much, and I do have every plan to elevate our queens, and I'm doing that as I speak. Believe me, so I'm doing it at the same time, really. It's just necessarily aimed at the kings. You understand? But I want to tell you guys why I'm starting with them. It's because it starts with them when it comes to raising our children. You understand? We have to man up. Our sperm is literally alive, okay? And so I want to speak life into that man long before he puts life into you ladies, okay? If I can raise his vibration, I can guarantee you that he's going to pass on good seeds, okay? Ancestors going to be ready to be reincarnated by the time he gets to you. You understand? And you just going to incubate them and make sure they're healthy as can be the whole time you keep on molding them and turning that seed into a baby, right? Like you give a woman a sperm, she'll give you a baby, right?
Absolutely.
And so I want to speak life into the men so they can raise their vibration long before they give you that seed. Your sperm is alive, kings. So challenge yourself, challenge your mind, be the best king you can be so your sperm can reflect that. So when you pass that on to your queen, you can snatch the most powerful being in the world out of the heavens. This is how we raise world changers. It begins long before you get her pregnant. It begins early in your life whenever you becoming your best self. Trust me, family. I'm telling you, this is the key. It ain't in money. It's not in material things. But if you challenge yourself to raise your vibration to this character, the money will chase you down. You ain't never got to chase that type of stuff. You will have the wealth. If you got the character and the ideals and the consistency, it's nothing you cannot have. So stop thinking it's all about money. It's about those things that it takes to get the money, the intangibles, family, the drive, the determination. Okay, family? I'm telling you, kings, we do not know who we are. We talk about how our queens carry the baby for 9 months. We carry it for our whole lives in our DNA. That is what we're passing on. So you be your best self, kings. Raise yourself, raise your vibration to the highest you could ever imagine before you pass that seed on. And know this, okay? Know this now. She is going to take half of her and invest that into that seed as well. So you be careful who you choose.
Absolutely.
And if you know who you are, you'll choose somebody worthy. No longer will you sleep with strangers. No longer will you share your seed with somebody you barely know or that you're paying for it. You're going to make sure she's worthy. No longer just because she's cute or just because you're in a mood. No longer, family. You pass your seed on to the rightful heir to your throne, the rightful queen to your throne. And you watch your ancestors reward you by giving you an amazing being inside of that avatar that y'all creating. Because these is just vessels. What you're doing is you bringing a soul. You emerging a soul from within. And you want the most high vibrational soul. So you ain't going to birth a high vibrational soul if you're low vibrational. Do you understand that? So if you want to bring a God into this universe, you must first be a God. You must first reflect that so you can create that in your own image. Do you understand? You got to understand the power that you have as a creator. You have not understood, and we've been asleep for far too long. But it's time to wake up, kings. Claim your crown, rise to your greatest self, and teach your sons to do the same. Become a great father and raise your sons to be fathers. Seriously. We always say a man has failed his daughter if she's on a stripping pole. Well, a man has failed his son if he's denying his children.
Absolutely.
You understand that? So we got to raise fathers. Your son should not be out living on their own if you didn't raise them to be a father, if they're not ready to father. I don't mean ready to be a father. I mean have the character to be a father. Have the character to be a father. The ideals to be a father. Because even if he doesn't have children, what we need in this world is leaders, family. And if they can vibrate themselves to being fathers, they will be leaders, believe me. Because a true father is a leader, is a protector, all that's in him. So let's father this nation like we were designed to do, family. Do you understand? Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos,
it is in that chaos that you have found yourself.
That's a fact, family. And listen, you will never cross the ocean until you have the courage to leave the shore. Believe in yourself and have the courage to see a version of yourself that you haven't saw. We've been believing in religion for so long, saying it was because of faith. Well, have the faith that your DNA can take you to heights that you've never seen. And be willing to put in the work to make that happen, because faith without works is dead. Make manifesting your greatest self your new religion.
Yes.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Peace.
Peace. Bye.